Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the After Hours Gaming League Week 6. We're watching Blackberry versus Google in an epic race to 5 wins. No, in an epic race to 3 wins in a best of 5. We correct ourselves on air in the After Hours Gaming League in the top left-hand corner. From one of the inaugural teams in the AHGL, Team Google, it is in the wrong color, Fibster! And down in the bottom left, sporting a gorgeous blue, representing his team in this Terran vs. Terran, Blackberry is Professor Frink! And I think that as a rather clever note, you'll see that these are Blackberries. Okay. Map is going to be Frost. It's a big ol' map with a lot of decisions to make in the mid-game and a lot of defense to get done in the early game. This is the ideal map to open up fast units. 90% of players will opt for a Ripa just to be able to monitor what is going on, to be able to monitor what is going down. The remaining portion of human beings will go for Hellions. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of a move down. Prof Frink, oh no. Prof Frink is protecting his barracks nicely and neatly nestled away. Oh, Fibster getting his gas geyser quite quickly. Just a clear indication that Fibster wants to get up all of the Reapers. Now, Prof Frink's refinery is a little bit later. Still could go Reaper. It just won't be able to get built immediately when the Baraxen is done. Now you have to think, whoops. One of my favorite things about casting is when there's some window open, like Skype or, I don't know, Facebook, and that noise gets broadcast over the internet. As an example of this, let me just plug in my phone and make you think that you have a USB getting plugged in. Wasn't that easy. Now, there's going to be a logo appearing while it asks me if I want to do anything with this device. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, no. Go away. Guys, I think something just plugged into your computer. Now, we see Prof Frink, in fact, not getting the early Reaper. Of course, the Reaper is coming up out for Fibster in the top left-hand corner. No player has really gotten a lot of amazing information. Prof Frink doesn't really see the big... doesn't really see anything from his opponent yet. Scouted in the last spot. Down on the bottom left side, we do see Frink going straight for the factory. It's looking like it's going to be a fast Banshee. Don't mind that whatsoever. Could be maybe some Hellions, maybe. I'd prefer Hellions. Hellions, probably my favorite unit in Terran vs. Terran. So good. Fibster. Getting ready to hop up into the main base here. Getting ready to just do nothing. He's going to patrol the dead trees. No, getting ready to hop up into the main base here. Day 9 is always right eventually. And he's going to see... Oh, Fibster just spotted himself. Oh, he's gotten everything. He's taken the cookie from the cookie jar, and no one suspected a thing. They blamed the dog. Until Fibster wound up dead on the floor of the kitchen. Uh-oh. He's been caught. Everything is now revealed. Now, what's coming out of Fibster is a very standard defensive play, getting out Marines 2 at a time, getting a factory up for the tank production, but, I mean, Prof Frink really's got to begin kicking into high gear with the starport, but what's this? There's just no starport. Is he actually going to go tank? Is he going to go Marines and tanks and starports? Oh my? No. Nope. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Maybe. He might. He doesn't have the money to yet. Here it comes. He has the money to. He might get tanks. He could have tanks coming out. We don't know with Blackberry's Professor Frink. We know now it's a tank. A couple of Marines from Prof Frink moved to the front lines, but a quattro of Marines standing at the front, the last bastions of the titanic moves from Fibster. Fibster himself getting a little bit of Widow Mines, tricking everyone into thinking he's playing Terran vs. Protoss. Widow Mines are going to be rather useless unless there's an enormous error made by Prof Frink, and it may very well happen. This is the After Hours Gaming League. Keep in mind, The goal of this is to have fun. But how much fun will these players be having if mistakes arise? Ooh, I love it. Prof Frank keeping his money low. Getting right in Fibster's face quickly. Fibster, that fibber, thinks that he's going to be up against Banshee. How wrong he is. He does have a second base up, though. Oh, Widow Mines. Oh, they're protecting so hard against Reapers that haven't been made. Uh-oh, Fibster. And he's like, oh my god, it's a push. Will the Widow Mines reposition themselves? Will they reposition themselves? Huh? Huh? Ah! Yeah! Fibster. Huh? He sees it. He sees a lump. He's felt around the front of the base. He felt the lump. And Fibster's moving forward with everything. Oh my god. Will he kite? Can it kite? Can it kite? Oh my god, an attempted retreat, but who would have thought that workers are the counter to tanks and marines? Wow. Wow, Fibster just wrecked that. In the unit count, uh-oh. Oh, that's a lot of workers killed. That's 18 to 28. If at first you don't win with a one base harder. Prof Frank getting up an expansion, but does it even matter? He's building Marines 2 at a time, tanks 1 at a time, Vikings as well. He's going to have to choose a deliberately cautious approach angle. Prof Frank Fibster with a Viking on patrol. No one even uses that button, but Prof Finkster. PhD in surprises. He's actually going to be beginning his push from inside Fibster's base. Oh my god. They never suspect that the supervillain's secret laboratory is in the MI6's secret laboratory. Maybe that was the plot of Skyfall. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, Prof Frank is really getting in the face. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a tank in your base. And the Marines are like, no way. And then Prof Frank is like, seriously, I'm a tank and I'm in you. Is there going to be enough anti-air for this? This is a very light push. A single tank, 8 Marines, Banshee coming out, Tech Lab falling apart. Tank's dealing damage to the top, and it looks like Fibster is going to do the worker push again. No. No worker push at this point in time. 2 more barracks being made. Fibster not forgetting to continue to transition. He's going to have to retreat his factory. Nice micro by Fibster trying to keep it alive. Keep it alive. Reactor's taking some damage. Some damage. Prof Frank stepping ahead. Will it burn? Nope. 1 Marine sacrificially gone. Oh! I take back everything wrong I said. Oh my god, the value Widow Mine. No way. Oh, Fibster from Google. Fibster from Google. Oh man. Ooh. Whoopsie daisies. Man, I never thought that banana peel that was left on the track in lap 1 was going to have relevance to me later on. Oh god, that's my own banana peel. Wow, Prof Frank stepped on the proverbial rake and got facialed. Looks like Prof Frank does have a scouting frontal marine. A lot of nice scouting Vikings. Or, excuse me, patrolling Vikings. They're not scouting. He can't really scout himself. It's not a medical examination. We're seeing the good old upgrades come up from Prof Frank, despite that setback, is just transitioning gorgeously. Getting a Raven out, a weird unit choice, but with the Widow Mine up and the fact that the Seeker Missile is cheaper, it's becoming an increasingly common tool in the Terran vs. Terran matchup. Just odd to see it get built so late. Normally players rush on out for it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the unit count. Ooh, absolutely dead even in workers, plus or minus 1. We see that the income's relatively equal, both players getting themselves extra command centers, but wow, Fibster is quite a bit ahead. There was a Marine here once, but you get it. And believe me, this is the world of StarCraft. This ain't no Heroes of the Storm where death is but a setback in the Nexus. It's like it's a set down actually in this world. You actually are done. There's going to be a conflict in the middle, a confrontation. 4 tanks versus 3 tanks. 19 Marines versus 21. Uh-oh. Oh, that one little setback from those siege tanks is going to hurt. Where's the siege up? Where's the siege up? Pull back. Loses the Banshee. It's a very important unit. Fibster is going to siege up. He doesn't see it. Oh my god, his siege tanks are up first, but the unit count from Prof Frank is just so big. The unit count, a big swollen unit count, crashes down the front door. Prof Frank just playing very elegantly. Uh-oh. Mr. Mine. As Prof Frank steps forward, he gets shot in the face. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. Widow Mine successfully hits a corpse. Oop, some physics, some limbs. Everywhere this, that way, and the other. A noble Marauder steps to the front lines, but the important thing is that once tanks hit a critical number, it's very difficult to stop them. You can send all the non-stimmed units you want at them, and you will lose all of them. Much to the delight of Prof Frank. Prof Frank moving on out again, rejoining his troops together. Let's take a look at our unit counts. We see our purple player Fibster really running very low on units. The Marauder count's starting to get higher. This drop could deal some potentially nice damage, but we see in the unit count 53 to 51. Very close in terms of those economies. Prof Frank getting up his third. Just brand new third from Fibster. I mean, just came fresh out of the expansion womb. Brand new baby Expo. Fibster doesn't know whether to lift, whether to land. He's like an indecisive gym member. Prof Frank, though, getting ready to move out. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh, who needs a Widow Mine when you can do that? It was a mobile Widow Mine. Prof Frank shot down everything. It's 97 supply to 122. Fibster still does lead in supply, but just took a massive sucker punch to the jugular. Is that a thing? It's a thing. Oh, Prof Frank playing very cautiously, getting a planetary fortress. I'm all in on Mule, says Fibster. He gets an orbital command. A couple Marines coming out, trying to find out how severe the losses were. The losses were total. Such nope. He decides he's going to go ahead and pick up a habit and do some stimming on his way down to examine. There's a lot of boredom in the wastelands here. Fibster with a pretty nice chunky chunk of Marauders. We see continuing to add on more upgrades, more engineering bay. But wait, look at this. What? What in the heck? Oh my god. Oh my god. Accidental lifts. No. Everything's been lifted accidentally. Oh my god. Oh, please. Please sit down. You're embarrassing everyone at the wedding. I mean, Fibster right now has 0-1 upgrades. And he's against 2-2 upgrades. And he's going to be okay as long as he keeps his army together, but it's not together. Oh, God, Medevac's moving everywhere else. Oh, Prof Frank just... Oh, he's mining out his main base. It's a 4-base versus 3-base scenario. Siege those tanks. Siege the tanks, please siege the tanks. The Marauders have landed. They are marauding. Who uses that as a verb? Oh my god, the engagement begins. Everything's going horrifically for Blackberry. Oh no. Unload! Unload, Fibster! You're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. But oh my god, the 2-2. The 2-2. Choo-choo, it's the blue train. Prof Frank blasting down. Gonna cause the third to lift, but uh-oh, Fibster's caused Prof Frank's 4th to lift. But keep in mind, 4 is bigger than 3, and 3 is bigger than 2. QED, Prof Frank has maintained the expansion lead. Fibster has to bring back some of his reinforcements. Great expansion timing, great upgrade lead from Prof Frank, who's almost at +2 vehicle weapons. Ripping down everything that is known to be a main. Oh my god, the SCVs are like, not again, not again. Blackberry. Blackberry, the phone blinking red. You have a notification, a new email. You're winning. Prof Frank getting assaulted on. A couple of Vikings managed to stay alive, but I think the damage has been dealt if we look at the workers killed tab. My god, 28 workers killed off, but they're still even in worker count, so it doesn't mean very much. But it's the army tab I really want to see. Army supply greatly in favor of our blue Terran player. Level 3 attack, level 3 armor. Are you down? Are you sitting down? You want to stand up? Sit down. Stay sitting. The push continues. The front lines, they have just been brank. A stim up. The siege tank's gonna fall. Oh no, it's Marauders versus Marines. It's the strong versus the weak. And the strong always win, according to the rules of countering. The Marines storm through the Marauders. The natural expansion of Fibster that's already mined out is gonna die. He can't mine the no resources anymore, but he says GG. He puts his hand up in defeat and puts them right back down to type out of this match. That means that Blackberry is leading the series 2-1, bringing us to Game 4 of this Week 6 match, where now Blackberry is at match point. Should Blackberry win this game, they will have defeated Google 3-1. Should Google win the next game, they will only have given themselves a second chance. Stay tuned to see what occurs after this.